Hello, welcome to Handmade by Quinn, and I've got a surprise video for you this afternoon, not planned, spontaneous, just jumping on to say hello, to share with you this card that has been sitting on my desk actually annoying me, waiting to be done. So this is my plan for this afternoon, to get this made and out of the way. So this is actually what I call an aquarium card. It's basically a tent fold using a window sheet, and it works really beautifully with underwater and fishy themes. So I thought I'd just put that together and share that with you. So if I put that over there so you can see what I've got. So what you need, I have done a little bit of preparation beforehand, so that you didn't have to watch me do absolutely everything. It's basically a card that's all about stamping. So I've got two pieces exactly the same, and then my backing card, which is slightly bigger, just to give it a little bit of frame. And then my window sheet, which has been scored to create the tent card fold. So I have to burnish all of these score lines on this one. It's very important when you're putting it together. And I actually used my scoreboard to do my scoring, just to give it a really defined score line. Okay, so as with all tent folds, you've got it's not a complete tent fold because it's just the front half, because we're using the cardstock for the second half. But with every tent fold, you've got your little zigzag in the middle. So this one needs to be folded back again. And each of these ones are 2 centimeters apart. So the score lines are actually 2, 4, 6, and then this one 6 and 14 makes that 6 and 10. So I've scored this one at 17 at the top, and then my last one there we go. So there's the basic fold there. It's a bit hard to see with the window sheet because it's so very. Now I'm just having a look to see how I did this one. It's a long time ago. So I actually put the window sheet onto my backing card like this, and then put my stamped piece over the top. So I can go ahead and do that, and I am going to use tear and tape for this because it's nice and strong and easier to use on the window sheet than your normal adhesives. So I'm going to put a double one actually on both of them, because the 2 centimeters is exactly the right width to enable both of them. And then I'll use my, not that one, here, take my pick tool to peel the ends off these guys. There we go. So that's that one. And here, there we go. And I'll just line up my cardstock here. Put that one along the top there, burnish that on, and then the bottom, burnish that on. There we go. There's our basic aquarium there, and then we can spread that out a bit so that it stands up, okay, like that. Right, now to the stamping and the embellishment to create all of those beautiful seaside images. I'll start, actually I could probably do, oh goodness, I hope I didn't lose my other turtle. Yes, of course I did. There he is. This is just a piece of scrap paper over the top of my piercing mat so that I can get a good stamped image. So basically both pieces are fairly similar so I could stamp both of them at the same time perhaps, and see how I go. So I've got Balmy Blue for this lovely, oh, I forgot to introduce the stamp set that I'm using. That's Sea Turtle. And you could use any sort of lovely underwater imagery for this one, as I said. Okay, so this lovely big bubbly bit. Now the beauty of the sea turtle stamp set is actually that it is a reversible stamp set. So there we go, we've got those ones. And then I'll do the same thing. Just put you fellows over here out of the way so they don't get lost. But the same sort of imagery on both the front and the back. There we go. So there's that bit done. But while I've got my balmy blue out, I'll flip over my stamp. So I took off the detail bit and put that on the other side, and then I can create extra watery images. I'm just stamping off first, just to give it a bit of extra colour, and then I'll do the same for the other piece. And we'll do a little bit of sponging as well later on. Okay, actually we can sponge that now while we've got the balmy blue out. So just grab my blending brush, add a little bit of ink. I've got some on my finger. And already our white piece of cardstock has created an entirely different look, hasn't it? Just with adding just those lovely stamped images and some blending brush ink. The blending brush ink is a great way to add colour to any project. And with my blending brushes, I have quite a few actually, and I keep the blues all on the same brush so that I know which brush to use, with whichever ink I'm using. Okay, so that one can go away. And then we're going to use the little fishies here. These little guys, and put them on the right way. And I'm going to use one of our new colours, Blueberry Bushel, for this. And this little fish image actually is reversible both up and down. And we can layer them together, whoops, to create lovely big schools of fish. Here we are. Oh, we better leave a bit of space for someone to write a greeting on this one, hadn't we? On the other side. And there's a bit of ink that I need to cover up. There we go. So there's all our little fish. And we better do the star of the show, the turtle. So I'm going to stamp the detailed image of the turtle using shaded spruce, and then we flip it over and colour him all in using, now this one's the one we're going to use as the writing surface, so I'll just put him right down the bottom there, and this one on the inside of the card, I'll put him right in the middle. There we go. So there's the turtle, and then I'll take this and then flip it over to create the reversible side of soft sea foam. And then you can line that up straight over your other stamped image, and it fills in the colour. Isn't that beautiful? And this little guy over here, I'll do that one too. It's such a privilege to live in a place that you can see sea turtles. And then our last image is just a little bit of seaweed. And I'll use another new colour for that one. That's Lost Lagoon. This one. I'll just give it a little bit of seaweed on here. And on here. And a great way to add, fill up any pieces that I needed to cover up. Some ink. Here we go. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, and I need to put a greeting on the back of my card too. So I'll use the blueberry bushel again. And this one here, grateful for the everyday magic of you. You go inside, you go here, and pop that onto my block. And grateful for the everyday magic of you. There we are. So that's all the stamping done. Nice and easy, really. Okay, now we can assemble our card together. And get you out of the way. This one's easy. We'll stick that one onto the back of our card. Just using a piece of seal, some seal, and the cardstock. I love how the collage stamping creates your whole imagery there. There we go. There's the back of the card done with room to write a greeting. And then this one is for inside. I'm going to use this. Here's my fish. To cover up where I have stuck the acetate onto the card. So there we go. So that one just covers all of that up there. And then I also, as you might have seen, have my extra little bits of vellum, stamped vellum, which I want to stick inside this way, or actually I might stick it on this way. There we go. And I'm going to just use a bit of seal on that one too. Now I'm going to put it over the top of the stamping, which will camouflage the adhesion a bit more. There we go. So feed that in and pull that up here. And then these little guys, which I've already stamped and fussy cut out, I'm going to stick them on the inside of our card too. So I put one, actually see if I can, oh, I wanted to get his foot on the front of that, oh, it's too late now, he's stuck. See if I can get this one over the top of that bit of vellum there. There we are. There we go. There's our little aquarium done with our turtles and fish and beautiful seaside imagery. And grateful for the everyday magic of you. I hope you enjoyed that, and you'll have a go making a lovely aquarium card one day with lots of beautiful seaside imagery. Thanks so much for joining me, if you're able to join me today, and I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye now.